Greetings, cello. Welcome back to my channel, Shining on Purpose, with yours truly, Ivory Shields. Yes, hunty, welcome back. Y'all see my girls over here? Yes, those are my ancestors. I had to go ahead and do this video in front of my altar. Because I'm going to need some insight and some guidance from the ancestors, honey, for this one. It's about to get deep. It's about to get real up in here, y'all. Okay? So go ahead, get your tea steeped, get your tea brewed, get your diffuser going, your oil diffuser, light your candles, because we've got to get deep. Do whatever it is you need to do to get yourself prepared, to be open, receptive, and hopefully changed and inspired. So this video I decided to do after hearing Nipsey Hussle's mom speak at the BET Awards. And it hit home with me because I was thinking about all of the things that people were saying about her on Twitter, and just comments I've heard. People don't understand where she's coming from. People that weren't really sure about what her message was. And it resonated with me. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I share some of that sentiment. Being someone who is very spiritual, very intuitive, I understand that I can come across to people crazy. That's the word. Crazy. People think you're crazy when you're intuitive, when you are not of this world, when you have the ability to connect and tap in and see things outside of this realm. And it's interesting to me because I'm certainly now comfortable with who I am. I am, I love the fact that I'm very intuitive and psychic and highly connected. I love it. I love that part of me. But that wasn't always the case. There were times when I, didn't want to share that part of me with the world, with people I met, with people I knew, because of that fear of being judged. Because, I'm a black woman. I grew up in black culture. And growing up in black culture, it's like, oh, she the devil. Honey, she the devil. Oh, that's the devil. That's just, And that shit is so not true. It is not true. Being psychic, being intuitive is not the devil. First of all, there's no such thing as a devil. Sip your tea on that. That's another video. Anyway, but now I'm older, I'm wiser, I know my truth, I know my purpose, I know who I am, and I am completely comfortable with that part of me. I love that part of me, and I love sharing that part of me with people. And I think it throws people off. I think it catches people off guard. And I actually like that too. I love that. I love that people don't see that coming from me. So, yeah, I might just have a dream about you and tell you something that's going to happen in your future. Yeah, I can do that. But in thinking about Nipsey Hussle's mom, and let me just kind of translate for everybody what she was really saying on that stage when she was giving her speech. She, first of all, talked about how 2 weeks prior to him being assassinated, and I love how she says assassinated, because when I first heard the news of this young man being assassinated, when I first heard of him being killed, the first thing that came to my mind was that was absolutely orchestrated. Not by other gangs, not by some Joe Blow on the street who was jealous of him. People. If you think that that's the case, wake up. Take your blinders off, because that is not what happened. I truly believe, just as his mother said, this man was assassinated. This man was a protege of Dr. Sebi's. Just like Lisa Lopez. Left Eye, y'all remember her? So I definitely know that I believe that this man was assassinated. But she talked about how 2 weeks prior to him being assassinated, he was prepping, taking care of things, getting his affairs in order, just setting up his family. And the reason for that is because even if he did not verbalize it, he knew that his time, his mission, his lesson here, his lessons were complete. And his spirit knew that lessons had been fulfilled in this realm and that it was time for him to go back. He knew that. He felt that in his spirit. So that is what she was talking about. And very highly intuitive people, because you may ask, well, how does he know that? First of all, very highly intuitive people who are very connected, people who aren't afraid of being connected, aren't afraid of their gifts. And we do consider them, some people consider them gifts, to be psychic, to be intuitive, to be clairvoyant. So you say, well, how did he know? How did he know he was getting ready to die? What did his spirit say? So when you're highly intuitive, when you have those gifts and you're super connected, you get signs. You pay attention to signs. You have dreams, signs. You get messages through other people. There are lots of there are messages and signs and symbols all around us. But it's up to us to pay attention. And when you're connected, you pay attention to those signs all the time. You see them all the time. Like, for example, if you're really paying attention, you'll see repetitive numbers all the time. You'll see 444, 111, 333. You'll see a sequence of numbers all the time. Those are messages. Those are messages from the other realm, from another realm, from a spiritual realm, from angels, from spirit guides, from ancestors. These two girls right here. Those are my girls. And everybody has their own set of spirit guides. Everybody has their own set of ancestors. So he was more than likely getting messages and symbols and signs from spirit world. And also, it was interesting to me how his mom said that she was sharing that same space, how she couldn't sleep. They were so connected, and their vibration was so matched. So when I talk about vibration, I'm referencing energy. We are all energy. Do your research on that. Don't take my word for it. I mean, science is science. We are all energy. That's all we are. Vibrating energy. That's it. So he and his mom were vibrating on the same wavelength. And that is, I just think it's amazing. And his mom is probably an empath who, that's another video, guys. But she was able to feel what her son was feeling. And so that put her in that same space with him. And the other thing that struck me with her speech was how she was speaking and she was speaking, and then she just abruptly stopped. And I believe that she stopped there because, number one, people won't get what she's saying. You know, she was getting ready to go into the deep end, honey, and I was here for it. But I think that she, you know, it dawned on her that the world won't get this. This is my message right here. This is enough. This is what the world can handle right now. Let me give them a little piece that they can digest. And that is why she halted with her speech. The other thing that stuck out to me with his mom, that really resonated with me, was how at peace she is with everything. That just does something for me. And I'll tell you why. Because usually, highly intuitive or spiritually connected psychic people I meet are not really afraid of death. We understand that spirit lives forever. Spirit goes on. There's no hell or heaven that your spirit goes to. I personally don't believe that. Your spirit lives forever. The realm that we are in right now, in this earthly realm, we are just vessels where our spirit lives while we are here. But our spirits, we come here into this realm to fulfill a contract, to learn karmic lessons, and then we go back. We go back to spirit realm. So, and she understands that. And I understand that. I oftentimes have conversations with people, and, you know, I'll give them messages from people who have crossed over, who have transitioned into the spirit realm, and it freaks them out. And I understand. I get it. I get how death freaks people out, but I personally am fascinated by it. It doesn't scare me. You know, yes, it's a painful experience to lose someone and you know, wrestle with the idea that you won't see them in this earthly realm on a daily basis. But I challenge people to think about that notion of being absent from the body and present with the Lord, and understanding that, you know, our spirits, that spirit is real, and that our spirits do live on, and that we, you know, when we leave this body, when this body dies, that's not the end. It is not the end. Nipsey and everybody else who have passed on are like, y'all down there crying and grieving, and we over here living our best life. I'm just saying, like, when I leave, honey, y'all better be having a party, because y'all best believe, hunty, I'm going to be living my best life. I'm going to be free. I am going to be, I'm going to be good. I'm good. Know that Ivory said, don't be crying, because she good. And I truly believe that, because spirit is the most fulfilling. It's better than anything you can experience, you can describe. That's what I've heard, and I believe that, and I felt that myself also. So that is just my little piece that I wanted to share on spirit and spirit realm and clairvoyance and all that good stuff. So I know this is heavy and deep, y'all, but I had to do it. And I hope it helps somebody. And I share my story because my story, You know, I know it's not for everybody, but it is for somebody. And hey, the spirit always wants what it wants at the end of the day. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And please like the video and share it. And I will see y'all next time.